Book summary: The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. So there's a one-line thesis in this, which is most of us have two lives: the life we live and the unlived life that is within us. So resistance is a force that is going to keep us from living the second one. So this book also fits your task journey perfectly. Both are about turning pro versus staying amateur. Now, core concepts that we're going to be seeing in this book is, or what you need to know is, that resistance is equal to the enemy. So, resistance is that voice which says, maybe skip doing some task today, or your tongue is feeling too heavy, maybe so quit. So the real traits are that resistance is invisible, it is internal, it is impersonal, it is infallible, and it is universal. It only affects it only attacks actually when you're moving up and not down. So a real life example would be that day 3 dictation will feel harder than day 1. That's not because you're failing, that's because resistance is showing up, because day 3 matters. And amateur versus professional, here we see a lot of differences in this. Whereas one example could be an amateur will quit after missing maybe 2 days, whereas a professional has perfect comebacks and not any streaks. Now, knowledge costs attention. So, Pressfield may say we pay for knowledge with attention. And 15 minutes, for example, in a dictation version, 15 minutes may feel slow because you're paying. So, the textbook reading is equal to free and it is passive. Whereas dictation is expensive, it is active. And that is why it rewires your brain. Turning pro is also a daily habit. You don't get motivated to turn pro, you clock in the same time, the same place. And your version is that after Maghrib is equal to one sentence, that's turning pro. So resistance hates that, it hates schedules. Then there's one thing where the muse favors the working, inspiration shows up after you start and not before. So, real life examples that we see is that first your listen of was listening in a dictation or anything, there is noise. Third listening, you will have clarity. So, you didn't get amateur, you just paid attention long enough for the muse to show up. And then you have assessments for you to use right now. So resistance will have self-check. So ask before the dictation. So is this sentence hard, or is resistance making it feel hard because it matters? So the answer is equal to it matters. You sit anyway. Now the profession scorecard would be that in a daily thing would be, did I show up today? Yes or no? Did I do the work even though I didn't feel like it? Yes or no? Did I circle a mistake instead of hiding it? Yes or no? And then the professional day where you see 3 out of 3 if your accuracy was 20% at least, like that. Now Q&A from this book that can be applied to you is that, what if I don't feel inspired to do a certain task? So Pressfield's answer for this could be that the amateur believes he must first overcome fear and then do the work. So the professional will knows that fear can never be overcome, so he will work anyway. So you sit for 15 minutes and inspiration will come at maybe minute 12. Another question that rises is, I missed 3 days, so did I fail? So the answer is no. According to the book, it will be professionals have perfect comebacks, amateurs have perfect streaks. So day 4 is equal to your comeback day, so you can clock in. And another question, the last one is, why does my tongue still feel heavy on day 3? So the answer is that resistance is equal to infallible. So it hits hardest when you're close to breakthrough. So You could feel like saying, I want to do something, but I'm feeling weird right now. So day 10, it'll all feel normal again. So keep paying attention.